Hi everyone, have you ever been living your life just vibing, taking it one day at a time, then you stop and look around, and in the words of the great Kendrick Lamar on King Kunta, what the frick happened? Oh no! Whoopsie daisies. Sometimes our lives are pretty frickin' fricked up, like completely fricked beyond all recognition. Like so fricked, you'd need to invent an unfricking machine to unfrick this frick. But wait, maybe there is an unfricking machine. Maybe the unfricking machine is our mind. Wait, that's right, it is. In a way, I suppose. So how do we go about it? How do we unfrick our lives? I want this to be practical advice. I want this to be something you can do when the video ends if you feel like your life is fricked up right now. And if it is, I'm sorry. I hope things improve. Firstly, take a pen and paper or open a document on any document processing application. I like using Google Docs so I have access to things at all times of the day or night on any device. This is not sponsored by Google, by the way. Next, I want you to write down freestyle style everything that's bothering you on your mind. It can be messy and it doesn't have to be organized. I basically want you to do the equivalent of abstract jazz for venting. Abstract jazz for venting. Aw man, my car breaks down all the time. I'm trying to sell it, but I got no bites. My shoelaces are untied, my braces are way too tight. My friends didn't text back. I'm having a panic attack. My fridge light is whack. That shit only blinks and then goes black. I chose the wrong thing in school. They closed down the swimming pool. I don't have an appetite. My room is unorganized, and so on. Whoa, that's a lot of stuff we've written down. It looks kind of overwhelming to deal with. Where do we start? Next, we're going to take everything we spat out onto the page and put them in categories and find the common thread. Let's say, for example, you've written about feeling unfulfilled with work, hating commuting to work, and hating your boss. Well, hey, what do we have here? 3 things related to work. So we'll make a work category. Now the next thing we'll do is prioritize. You see, not all fricks are equal. Some fricks are big and some fricks are small. Some fricks are blue and some fricks are tall. Not to mention, for everybody, they're going to have different levels of importance. For example, some people place lower emphasis on work. They might feel comfortable coasting by in work, even if they're not totally happy with it, if it means they can have a higher quality of life in other domains like recreation, leisure, and community. So if that sounds like you, maybe you'll get to it later, but that might not be you. Instead, you might not give a single shizzle about recreation. Work might be really important to you, and that's okay. So we're going to take our categories with our woes in them and put them in a hierarchy. Now this is totally personal to you. What we've done here is organize our problems in order of importance to us. I've found feeling overwhelmed with stuff can really paralyze you and stop you from taking action. So this part serves the purpose of breaking things down into smaller bits so they're more manageable. The next part here is also kind of personal. You need to look over these woes and ask yourself the following questions. What do I actually have control to change here? What can be put on the back burner and what needs to be addressed immediately? If I have 2 problems on the same level of importance to me, which one cannot wait and which one would bring me the most relief if I handled it now? Let's say you have a pretty big problem in your life right now. How can we break that down into smaller, manageable chunks? Think of it this way. You wouldn't shove an entire pizza pie into your mouth. You want to break it down into slices, and sometimes life gives us multiple problematic pizza pies. If we cut them into slices, we can mix and match the slices, or we can put slices in the fridge and save them for later to deal with. The goal here is to turn these things into something we can actually take care of. Once we've broken down these things into smaller steps, and you know your priorities, you can start the process of unfricking your life. Keep this list that you made and refer to it, cross things off, move things around, put things on the back burner, mix and match. When you feel stuck with one of your priorities, handle one of your back burner items. The goal here is to keep things moving and to give you a sense of progression working through these things. It's important to set goals for what you have, and I would recommend Googling SMART goals. That's been a framework for settling goals that's been pretty helpful for me in the past, and I think they're pretty, helpful. I think you will find, though it may take a while, you're going to feel a sense of relief and accomplishment just to get out of your paralysis and start moving towards a life you actually want. I want to say, this process has the potential to be painful. It might not be, but it might. Only you are going to know when you start taking the steps to unfreaking your life. But sometimes in life, pain is unavoidable. Dealing with your problems can be very painful, but I want you to ask yourself, would you rather not deal with these things and continue to feel pain, or would you rather take small, painful steps towards slow improvement that will slowly erase your pain? In other words, would you rather feel pain, infinite pain, and no gain, or pain, significant pain, but no pain? Lastly, change and sorting things out, it takes time, and it's not an overnight process. Some problems can be handled overnight, but some take a while to work through. So please surround yourself with people who care. Remember to continue to live your life, and treat yourself with kindness and respect. Lastly, change and sorting things out. It takes time. It's not an overnight process, and some problems can be handled overnight, but some take a while to work through. So please surround yourself with people who care, and remember to continue to live your life and treat yourself with kindness and respect. One of my favorite sayings is, the best time to plant a tree was 20 years ago. The second best time is right now. Sometimes the seeds that fricked up our lives are planted 20 years ago, and if that's true, then it has to be true that you also have the potential to plant seeds that make you feel proud to live the life you lead. That's all for now, everyone. Thanks for watching. Okay, bye.